Hey, right. So I am just giving you a little update from my bathroom where I am about to take a bath because I've had a very long day. I got up at about 4:30 this morning to take Betty over to Gainesville for her final check and blood work and to see if she could pass the test to be ready for her radioactive iodine treatment. And she passed. Her kidney function all looked good. And so they called and said she's gonna stay there for most of the week. They're gonna do the treatment tomorrow, and they're gonna keep me updated. Betty has never spent the night away from me except when I've been on vacation, but like she's never spent the night at the vet or anything like that. And she was already terrified on the way there, screaming all the way in the car, but she did make it all the way to Gainesville without vomiting or TTing or pooing in the car. So she's very proud of her for that. And she screamed the whole way, and she was screaming at the vet, and she was very scared. But they took her back. I left her there. They called and said she's ready for the treatment, which is great news. I plopped down a deposit, not the full amount of the treatment, but a mere deposit of $900 that was required to go forward with the treatment. They're going to do that tomorrow. They're going to monitor for a couple days and let her kind of shed some of her radiation in a protected area, and then I bring her home Thursday or Friday. And then when she gets home, she has to spend about 2 weeks in a room all by herself because she will still be radioactive. And we have to take her back for more blood tests. I think they said it 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months to make sure that the treatment has worked and that her thyroid is functioning okay. But anyway, so that's more blood tests and more expenses. In case you're wondering why our fundraising goal was $3,000, the treatment itself and all the stuff that they're doing today and this week is in the neighborhood of $1,200. We have spent about that much since she was diagnosed last spring or summer, going back and forth to the vet, adjusting her meds, trying to get her thyroid levels to the right level. And every time you adjusted her dosage, you had to go back a couple weeks later for another blood test to see how her thyroid levels were. For a frame of reference, a normal thyroid level is under 4. And when we started this, her thyroid was at 18. So she was in pretty bad shape. They put her on an oral med. It was coming down, it was doing well. Then when we went to UF to get evaluated for the treatment last fall, they said their protocol is to get her thyroid level down below 2. And so we started playing with her meds. They put her on a transdermal, like cream that you put on her ear instead of the oral, and that didn't work. She didn't respond to that at all, and her levels went way back up. So then we had to switch her back to the oral and keep adjusting her meds. We're now at 3/4 of a 5 milligram pill twice a day, crushed in like a fancy feast broth for her to lap up. And that has gotten her levels where they need to be. Her kidneys are doing okay. All of that though, blood test every 2 weeks, trials and errors, and months and months of this, hundreds of dollars every time. One vet bill was like almost $500 just for one visit with blood work. The blood work can be spendy depending on what they do, as a lot of you people who own pets probably know. Anyway, I'm babbling now. I've been up too long. I'm gonna take a bath and go collapse in bed. But I just wanted to thank you all so much for getting us to this point with our fundraising. We're going to continue fundraising after this week because, like I said, we're about halfway to our goal, not quite. And that $3,000 will account for the past expenses that I've had to charge and I'm paying on for a long time, and upcoming ones, so apparently at least 3. And every time you go, not only is the charge for the blood work, but the charge for the, you know, exam and just their time, and because it's a day that ends in Y, and you know how it is. So that's continues to rack up, although less in the future, hopefully, than in the past. But the total of all of it will reach around $3,000. So that's the story. That's where we are. I plunked down $900 to them today. I think I told you, and I was able to do that because you guys have been so generous in helping out, donating, giving, and being incredibly generous and incredibly kind. And I just can't even put into words how much I appreciate it. Betty is my whole heart. I'm gonna have a hard time just getting through one night without her. I don't know how I'm gonna survive 2 weeks with her here in the house and I can't snuggle her. I mean, I could, but then I would turn into a superhero. I would turn into incredibly anxious cat woman, which kind of I already am. But, you know, like Spider-Man being bitten by radioactive, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, was the joke I was making. But it's a joke that ate itself. So anyway, I don't know how I'm going to tolerate not being able to snuggle her. And not even being able to have her in my lap or anything. And she's gonna hate it too, because that's all she wants is to be in a lap or under covers, snuggling with you in bed. We're together constantly. I work from home and we are just like this all the time. Plus she used to be 2 peas in a pod with her grandmommy who passed away in April. So already she does not have the superior, far superior lap of her grandmommy anymore. So she's, you know, already having to adapt, and now this. So I'm sure she's in her kennel at UF Small Animal Hospital, not knowing what is going on and scared right now. But they are going to call me and keep me updated. And with your help, we're going to get her through this. So I could not have done this without you guys, and I just thank you so much. I mean, I guess I could have found a way to, like, find a loan shark or sell a kidney or whatever. At best case scenario, be paying on it for years and years to come. So I just want to thank you guys for helping us to get around that terrible option, and to, even if it even were an option. I'm babbling now. I'm super tired. I want to brush my teeth and get cleaned up and go to bed. So good night, everybody. I'll give you another update when I hear from the vet. They're supposed to keep me posted every day. And I appreciate every single cent that you guys have donated. You guys are angels. I can't thank you enough. Have a good evening. And I will update you again soon. Bye-bye.